All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we're letting people join as they come in. Hello, everyone. I'm Julie Eugenio from Tastewise Kids, and I'm so excited to welcome you here today with our chef story time with Pratt Library joining and United Healthcare and our chef, Dana Sicko from Gundalow Gourmet, and I'm gonna let her speak in just a minute. But as a welcome, we're gonna get started. Every month, we're talking about different things that we're celebrating and honoring, and there were so many food holidays to recognize and celebrate in June. But June is also Pride Month, and the most important thing to think about is it's a time to celebrate everyone having the freedom to love and be loved. And in our story that Chef Dana is going to read to us in just a moment, it's talking all about somebody's love and adventure for food. And I think that's a fun, it's always fun to love food. Can you give me a thumbs up if you love food and discovery? I love food, sometimes too much food. So we start off with a mystery ingredient. So I'm gonna give you some clues and I want you to tell me what you think the mystery ingredient might be today. So the first clue is I grow in clusters. I am round, I come in many colors, and I am a healthy snack with a soft, fleshy inside. Does anybody have any idea what our mystery ingredient might be today? If you want to put it in the chat, you can, or what do you think? Anybody want to take a guess? You can go ahead and put in the chat, or you can unmute and say what you think it might be. There's some more people coming in too. Great. Anybody have any guesses? I see. I'm gonna ask them to unmute. Let's see.
Grapes.
What did you say?
Grapes.
Did you? You are correct. Good job. Our mystery ingredient is grapes. Wonderful job. So I am a grape. This is our healthy ingredient is sponsored by United Healthcare, which we're really excited to have with us. And there are so many incredible health benefits of grapes. And we're going to learn some fun ways to eat them. Grapes help with allergies. They help your bones be stronger. If you have headaches, they can help your headaches. They can give you more energy. They can help your eyes. They can help your kidneys, and maybe you could find in your body where your kidneys are. They help your lungs be able to take deep breaths. They can help your heart. They can help your body be strong to be able to prevent cancer. And they can help you with digestion. So if you don't have any grapes at home, I think grapes are definitely something to add to your summer snack schedule. So that is something we're really excited to talk about with you today. Okay, so our agenda today, we're gonna say hello in just a moment. We're gonna read the Foodie Flamingo by Vanessa Howell. Chef Dana is gonna discuss some summer snack options, some ways we can do some fun things with grapes. We'll answer some questions and we'll call it a day. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, so Chef Dana of Gundalow Gourmet is here with us, and I'm gonna let her go ahead and get started. And I'm gonna spotlight us too. So, pin. All right.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you all so much for allowing me to be here. I'm so excited, and this was such a fun book to read. So, The Foodie Flamingo, and would any of you all call yourselves foodies? Love food? I feel like I'm a foodie. Yeah. I saw lots of thumbs up before too. But we'll jump right into it. It is such a fun book. So, all right, Foodie Flamingo by Vanessa Howell. All right. Perfect. So I'm going to read it and then I will show you all the pictures. All right. Every Friday at the Pink Flamingo restaurant, Frankie Flamingo met up with her friends, Frederick, Felicia, and Steve. And every Friday, they each ordered the same dishes. Frederick ordered braised shrimp. Felicia ordered boiled shrimp. Steve ordered buttered shrimp. And Frankie ordered shrimp bisque. But one Friday, Frankie learned the word foodie, which means someone who thinks of every new meal as an adventure. So when it was her turn to order, she asked a question. Do you have anything without shrimp? Oh, perfect, thank you. Her friend's feathers ruffled. Steve even gasped. But we like shrimp, said Frederick. It gives us our lovely pink color, said Felicia. And what if you try something new and hate it, said Steve. It could ruin dinner. They're all flabbergasted. The server looked stern, so Frankie ordered stew and kept her foodie feelings to herself. The next day, Frankie went to the market and bought a big bag of Brussels sprouts. She spent each night that week blanching, boiling, and baking the Brussels sprouts in new ways. Some bowls were better than others, but trying them made her feel better and braver. She doesn't like the Brussels sprouts there. Different than before. Beaks turned when Frankie strutted into the Pink Flamingo. Are you all right? Asked Frederick. You look a little green, said Felicia. Steve just stared. Frankie said, I'm great, and grinned through dinner. Hi. Each Friday dinner after that, Frankie flustered her friends. One week, she flew in with feathers, a yeasty yellow. The next week, she was berry blue. Finally, after she flounced away, purple as a plum, her friends stayed at the table, trying to solve the mystery. If shrimp turns us pink, Frederick said, maybe Frankie's eating something else, finished Felicia. But how do we know for sure, said Steve. Frankie's friends sneaked to her house and spied through her window. Sure enough, they saw her taking the tops off tomatoes and turning them into sauce and salsa. Then they formed a scheme of their own. The next week, Frankie's friends got together to try her tomato techniques. They chopped and chilled. They steamed and sauteed. They took turns taking tentative tastes. It was savory and spicy. It was smooth and sweet. Some of them liked it. Some of them didn't. But the sauces and salsas made all of them feel like they had flown somewhere new. That Friday, when Frankie arrived at the restaurant, it was her turn to be surprised. The server loved their color. The chef asked for their secrets. Frankie said, "We're all foodies." Oops. Now Frankie cooks for her friends at the restaurant. She is happy as a hornbill crafting meals of every color. Flamingos flock there for its flavors and fun, its aromas and adventures. And they're all different colors now. It even has a new name, the Rainbow Flamingo. Look at all those flamingos waiting outside. The end. And now, How to Be a Foodie by Frankie Flamingo. Try a food you've never tasted before. Cook a meal with a friend or parent. Take a food you already like and sprinkle something new on top, like a spice or herb. Close your eyes, take a sniff of your dinner, and describe the smell in 3 words. Then take a bite and describe the taste in 3 words. Treat your food like an art project. Place it on your plate in a new creative way before you eat. Spread the word. Tell your friends about foods that are different and delicious. Happy adventuring.
So thank you so much for sharing that story with us. Friends that are at home, what can we learn from Frankie in this story? Anybody want to raise their hand to unmute? Can we learn anything about Frankie and her curiosity or her willingness to try new things? Anybody have any thoughts they'd like to share? I know, I see somebody. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Nick. You can go ahead.
So, question, and a little compliment to you. So question: if you try new things like salmon, and sprinkle on something on your salmon, is that technically trying a new food or no?
Oh, that's a really great question. I'm going to let Chef Dana answer that.
That is a great, great question. I love that. I would call that a new food that you're tasting. I think new foods and flavors, everything new that you try, anything that is a new adventure for you, a new food adventure, totally counts as something new. So I think that's a great question. So what's something that you like to put on salmon?
Lots of glaze, basically.
Oh, nice. What's something new that you think you might try on it?
I have no idea. I mean, you can basically sprinkle on salt, pepper, anything onto salmon. And speaking of anything on the food, pizza is actually a very perfect example of being a foodie because you can literally sprinkle on anything. Yes, even dog biscuits.
Even dog biscuits? That's great. I bet that's a happy dog.
Yep.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to let Chef Dana talk about our ingredient, grapes, and I'm going to let her take it away.
Sure. Okay. So I know for the past couple of days, it has been really, really hot here in Baltimore. Everyone's in Baltimore, right? Or in Maryland. So it's been hot, hot, hot. So something that I love to do with grapes during the summertime is I put them in my freezer. Has anyone put grapes in the freezer before? Oh, you have a grape right there. That's so cool. All right, I see thumbs up for grapes in the freezer. Look at you guys with all your grapes. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So we are going to make a little summer fun drink for ourselves with some grape ice cubes. Okay, so we have a local company, some Wild Bay kombucha. This is their mango peach flavor. So we learned that grapes are good for our gut. Kombucha is good for your gut. Everything good for our guts. All right, it's nice and pretty. There we go. Pull it back a little bit. And then these are some fun grapes that I picked up from Trader Joe's this morning, and they're called jam grapes. And there are all sorts of different types of grapes now. Has anyone seen cotton candy grapes? You've seen them? I see you with your hand up. Yes. Did you like them? You can give me a big head nod.
That's Parker.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Parker, I'm so glad that you loved them. Oh my gosh. So you guys should definitely check out and see if you ever see cotton candy grapes because they taste like cotton candy. They're really nice and healthy too. So these are a deep purple grape. And I love that grapes also come in different colors because they make great fruit salads and all sorts of, you can throw them into a salad with fruit. You could throw it into a salad with vegetables and they're wonderful. But I love all their different colors. So these are a very dark purple. Also, sometimes they call them, purple or black grapes. So you can see them there. Look at that. They have some of the frost still on them because they were in the freezer. All right. I'm going to pop one in my mouth. Just make sure it tastes okay. It's so good and so cold. All right. So I'm going to get some of the really frosty ones, Would you like a grape,
Oh,
Julie?
sure. I'm going to try how it is too.
And I'm just gonna plop them
They're really good.
right into our glass here. So after I finish drinking all my kombucha, one, I get a nice sweet treat at the end of it, but I also am keeping my kombucha colder by putting my grapes in there. Oh, and some of them are floating to the top too.
You could do this with water, with lemonade,
Yep.
with a juice. You could have fun with a lot of different ways with it.
Yep. I always like something a little, a little fun and bubbly. So also some seltzer is good too, and things like that also. So I love grapes like this. So I'm going to give this a try. So great and refreshing, especially on a hot day.
Does anybody have any questions they would like to ask Chef Dana about being a chef or about grapes or about being a foodie? Anything at all? No question. Oh, Frankie's raising your hand. You have a question? How about you, Parker?
Look at all the grapes. It's like a lava lamp. Probably no one knows what a lava lamp is.
Speaking of summer in Baltimore, we do have the Pratt Library with us, and they just started a summer break Baltimore. And Miss Heather, if you're still here and you wanted to say anything about that, it'd be a great time. But as my boys and I, every summer, we love to go into the library and sign up for the summer reading challenge. And it's really an awesome way to read new books and learn new things and engage with your local library. So Miss Heather, if you're here and you want to say something, you're welcome to as well.
Sure, yeah. So as Miss Julie mentioned, Summer Break Baltimore started yesterday and it's for all ages, so the whole family can sign up. So that's great. You can come in June, July, and August, and each month you'll get a free book and a prize. June is going to be a free t-shirt for everyone. July is going to be these cute little fruit bags. So hey, there's some grape style ones. And for the little kids, that we have some bubbles and balls. And then for August, we have a little bracelet. We also have little raffle tickets. So every time you come to the library, come to a program like this one, or read a book, you scratch off a star, and you can enter it into a raffle to win cool prizes. So for June, for 0 to 5, it's going to be some chalk, some bubbles, a cool book, and for 6 and up, it's going to be Legos. So make sure you come into your local branch and check that out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Well, if nobody has any questions, I hope you enjoy your healthy eating all summer long and keep following along to see what we talk about next month. And thank you to Chef Dana for being here with us.
Thank you. Enjoy your grapes.
Bye.
Bye.